What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do today? Let's go with I'm gonna grab some more water. I'll be right back. And then we're gonna break down a whole bunch of tickers, and it's gonna be a whole pile of fun. Probably be around till 10:30 today, guys. But tomorrow I will be off. I had intended not to be here today, but it's actually tomorrow I will be gone. So today I'll hang out with you guys. We'll do some tickers. We'll look at some things. There's some earnings happening today that are going to be relevant. Obviously, going to check the portfolio out. See how Zemetica is doing right now. It was doing really, really well earlier pre-market. So as we get closer and closer, yeah, it's up 7% pre-market. So not bad, not bad. Some crazy movement going on now that it's 9 a.m. But water, and I will return. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. ZOM has begun, for sure. There's some zomming going on. Do 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 do. It's gonna go up. Yeah, I mean, pre-market it went as high as 248. Yeah, I do not think the race has run by any stretch of the imagination on this, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Bump, bump, bump. Good morning. This is one that I want to look at when we get open here. Um, so they had their merger completed Thursday. Didn't talk about ZOM this morning. Am I feeling okay? Yeah, I'm feeling fun. Oh, you mean on the morning call? Yeah, I mean, this is not the move that I'm waiting on with ZOM, so I don't feel like I need to announce every time it has a little bit of a gain on it, 90% cash. Yeah, I am not in cash. Sundial put out some good PR this morning. It doesn't look like it's really moving it, but we are heading into earnings, so we'll see what happens there. Earnings this week are going to be big, guys. For those of you that hung out over the weekend, you saw that there's a bunch of earnings that I am going to be watching very closely. WPRT, ACRX, Fuel Cell, SNDL all have earnings this week, so that will be fun to watch. Hopefully, we see some more PR coming out of Zomedica today. Hopefully. But we will see. You'll see. BlackBerry is another one, guys, as they talk about AI and self-driving. I think there's a lot of opportunity in BlackBerry as well still. Clover Health, this is heading into Biden care. I think Clover Health is in a really solid spot. At 880, it's beaten down pretty hard. But I think there's a big opportunity there. FTOC, I'm still very bullish on. Payoneer, FinTech, crypto. Uh, yeah, pretty pumped. All right, just letting everybody kind of file in to the chat, and then we will do the roll for the call. What'd you guys do this weekend? What are we watching today? What are people hyped about? Yeah, you're gonna see some meme pops off of Stimmy, but I think more so you're gonna see that come Wednesday. With a couple of the bigger banks saying that they wouldn't be able to release the funds till Wednesday. Yeah. I actually would like my capital to clear. Good morning, so that I can buy my Ethereum position. Oh, they're gonna give Chadwick Boseman this Oscar for sure, right? Why Ethereum? The NFTs, Swift code transfers, etc., etc., etc. I mean, it's rough going up against Gary Oldman, and my opinion is not too in depth on it. I just know that from what I've read, it looks more likely that we are going to see Ethereum juice itself and start to run towards where Bitcoin is than Bitcoin or Dogecoin or any of these other little coins continuing to show the level of gains that they've had. I think Ethereum could go to 10. And so at a 10 bagger potential, I'm willing to start putting some cash into it directly. Um, Also as a hedge, which is something Martini has been stressing, is she is concerned that I don't hedge against impending market doom. So having some in there is going to be a big thing. All right, let's run the random number generator. We got 30. I see 34 people in here. So I wonder if Marbles is working. I'm trying to open up Marbles. We got a little bit of time. I'm not in a super huge rush. As far as I know, she's okay. Last I heard of Martini, she is back at her Hello Landing, but I don't know much beyond that. I haven't. I know she was sleeping like a bear, like hibernating, which is good. She needs the rest, but not exactly sure what that looks like for her. Yeah, we should be able to do Marbies. It says it's going to take a few minutes to get ready, but that's fine. Yeah, that is why she hasn't been streaming, guys. That's why she hasn't been around. So yeah, here's the news on Sundial and SAF. And what they're doing is it looks like they're just trying to expand. So this is the first spend on that 700 million that they've got out there, and it's an investment. It's an investment into investments, which is kind of interesting for pot stocks. So this is they're putting up 100 million. SAF is putting up 100 million, and that venture is going to be called Sunstream Bank Corp. So they will have a 50% holding of Sunstream Bank Corp, which is going to be existing with the sole purpose of investing in the cannabis sector. So that should be interesting. Now, it would not be surprising to me if Sunstream Bank Corp invests into Sundial or Indiva. Earnings today. What do we got? ACRX after hours. WPRT after hours. So that'll be interesting to watch today. I'm not sure what kind of options movement we're going to see on ACRX. I've got ACRX 250s for September. I got 3 of them, so I'd like to see ACRX get a little bit of a run here. Genus just made an announcement that a Roblox series is going to air on its cartoon channel. That's not great for Genus. They wanted to go the other way around, where Genus was going to be right. Roblox cartoons. Okay, let's see how Genus is reacting to that. It's up 10% pre-market. Shut my mouth. Shut my mouth. Apparently that is a big deal. ACRX. Let's go back here. I think it's going to beat. 74% of people think that it's going to beat. I think it's going up. Everybody thinks it's going up. This is interesting to see. Guys, with ACRX, what you need to remember is this. Typically they just get screwed over on their estimates for their earnings. Earnings last time, I think their revenue estimate on their last earning was
Okay, millennial.
What's up?
So the data suggests on my most recent video and some of the other videos there that people do their research mostly on like not the mornings and stuff like that, because I didn't plug this in the mornings. Sorry, I didn't plug the second one into StockTwits or anything like that. I just kind of let it ride. But it suggests that people actually do their research on Sunday, the responsible ones, on around 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, and then the rest do it from 6 p.m. to midnight. Because that's the only time my video actually spiked.
Interesting. Yeah, so guys, with ACRX on their last earnings, Evan Seigerman was really the only analyst that was giving any kind of estimate on what they should be doing, and I could not have been more pissed because ACRX beat on their last earnings by 130% year over year. So they had a revenue of $1.4 million. They were up 130% year over year. And for a small biopharma company, that's huge. That's great. But The estimate was set at double that, 3.5 million. So even though they were up 129%, the estimate was double that. They were supposed to be up 300% year over year, which, I mean, that just reeks of utter BS in my books. So this time around, actually, the earnings estimate is quite, I won't say realistic. It's a bit more reasonable. 1.7 million instead of 2.9 million, like $3 million. I don't think that's reasonable, but this 1.7, I think that ACRX might actually have a really good chance of making this happen. So I am excited to see how that works. But we do have marbles, so let's get down to this. Let's go with Fast Racing Speedway. Sounds like fun. So let's do this for all you guys watching on opinion on SNDL and Lemonade. SNDL I am bullish on. Lemonade I'm meh on. Just feels like kind of a dime a dozen. So guys, go ahead. Exclamation mark play. Are you going to stream ACRX earnings? I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to be around tonight. Well, I'll be around tonight, but I won't be streaming that. I will be around and I'll be hanging out and watching, but I definitely will not be streaming it. Get in, get in, get in, get in, get in. So 2 Mondays ago, guys, the portfolio was down 28%. We were in the like 78,000, 79,000 range, which still has me up 25% on the or 50% on the year for the portfolio. But you know, it was a big hit. So how do you join? Exclamation mark play. You're already in. If you did it once, you're already in. All right, let's get going here. So it'll be exciting to see this morning after 2 weeks because I said I'm just going to hold it. My FA is right. I'm confident in my plays. I'm interested to see how far down the portfolio is this morning as we get going.
Yeah, I also got a response from Equity Clock in regards to the options for the seasonal play stuff.
Yeah.
He says that they haven't personally. He says he hasn't personally tested their strategy using options, but certainly something he's considered. He says that the problem is that the element of time embedded in the strategy, um, and the way the periods of seasonality, strength, and stuff like that. That's kind of like him basically saying that yeah, theta is going to be always the kind of the problem with the thing. He says that options, although with that said, though, options are an excellent way to target those strong periods while defining risk. So you know exactly how much you're risking, and it's what I thought, which was significantly less than what you would do with equity.
Yeah.
He says the current problem he's encountering right now is that uh, trying to backtest this with options is difficult because he doesn't have access to historical options data going back many decades. So it's hard to kind of like execute. But he does suggest that if I have the skills and expertise to use options, um, he said I should consider it because it'd be a more enticing way to execute the strategy than just using equities alone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know when this course ends. I don't see a finish line anywhere.
Maybe it's just a bunch of laps and that's it.
But where's the trigger to say, okay, well, this is the end of the race? I don't see anything here. I think we got baited. I think we got baited. Let's go main menu. Apparently that one doesn't end. Um, okay, so instead let's go with a tragic, insane universe. Everybody get in quick. Get in quick, 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 quick.
All right, I'll be back.
All right, you got 10 seconds to get in. Okay, this one does have an end. I don't see a ton of potential for death on this one. We got 2 tubes. Saki's leading on the left. Can't make out all the names over here. There's so many of them. Cobbler looks like maybe on the right. He's talking about a seasonality play. We had considered potentially taking a look at seasonality, but seasonality. Oh, people to Kendai. Highlander down. Saki down. Apparently, I'm just sitting. I'm not moving. Oh no, I'm down here. Okay. No, everybody just died. I don't. What? I'm so confused. How do you? Did I get rigged again? Holy cow. Okay. One more time, because apparently we can't just have a regular freaking map. Race. Paperclip. Go. Uh, that was just the warm up, guys. That was just the warm up. Okay, everybody in. It's just a warm up. That's all that was. Relapse. Fast. Easy. Let's do this. Have your ticker ready. Have the ticker ready that you want. Okay, here we go. Coming around that first turn. Stoby in the lead. Oh, OG Bobby's not having any of it. Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby, look out, Ricky Bobby. I'm coming for you. Yeah, I think you want to go high on this, right? Yeah, you want to go high on this to get as much speed as you can coming down the. All right, you can see the laps that they're on, guys. Second lap. Mikey's in the lead here. Give it to Mikey. Mikey will eat anything. Stoby wants a little piece. Just a little piece, a little something. Keeps trying to break through. They keep cutting him off. He's going to try for the inside track again. Go, Stoby, go. Third one. Here we go. This is it. Oh, Stoby's got a nice line on that. He's going to get a lot of speed off that. Is he going to come in? Skillful Wiz is like, nah, this is mine. This is mine. It's my race. Here we go. This is the last turn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Millennial's catching up. Uh-oh. Do I have the speed? Do I have the speed? I don't think I have the speed. It's going to be right down to the wire. Mikey! Mikey takes it. Mikey, what do you want, man? You name the ticker, we'll watch it. Mikey will eat everything. You just want to play marbles. Market's open, so pick a ticker, whatever you want. ZOM. Perfect. Big sheet. ZOM. Done. this, and we go. Let's go 2 days. Here it is. We checked the portfolio today, guys. So remember, 2 Mondays ago, I was down 28%. People were losing their mind, telling me to get out of here. I said, my FA hasn't changed. I'm confident in my positions. I know my plays. I'm okay with it. So we've recovered 18% on the portfolio in 2 weeks, and it's only just begun. FTOC, for me, I see it at 30. SNDL, I see that probably. I'd like to go to 5. That'd be great. Yeah, but I see each. So this I see as $100,000 play. This I see as $100,000 play. Zemetica actually has the opportunity to be a $200,000 play. I think, $170,000 play at least. So we'll watch. We'll wait. We'll see. SNDL hopefully does quite well heading into their earnings today. So we'll see how that goes. What's the SPY up to today? SPY's looking green. ACRX is down heading into earnings, which is very, very interesting. As far as the options portfolio goes, I haven't shown you guys this a little bit more, so it's up a little bit today. CCL is the big gainer for that. Sabre and CCL, that travel sector, are going to do quite well for me. My Genus puts, they're not really doing much of anything right now, but I think there's a good opportunity for those to fall flat. GME for January, I think that's going to come down quite nicely for me. This is SNDL into 2023. I think we'll hit 250 by 2023, no problem. DGLY, again, DGLY, I'm fine. So, bum, 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 bum. Top gainers on the day. Go take a look at the top gainers so far. Top gainers, check. SGLB, Acer, NTech, DLCA. The other one that I did want to watch was Oust today. So remember, guys, my strategy on these plays is to enter them on name change dates. So Oust name changed on Friday. Let's just open up over here, make sure I've got that right. Oust. OUST. Does not come up with anything. Interesting.
That's the SPAC that
yeah, it is.
CEO.
It's a SPAC. I don't know what it was before.
It's also the same. It's also the same CEO that Stocky's gonna have on his interviews. But the thing that troubled me is that they mentioned something about like, oh, how their LiDAR tech is better, and that if they're doing something called like a digital LiDAR. I'm like, wait, so what? Not that it's like terms that I don't freaking understand, because essentially, like, I even asked Sissany, who works in Tesla, and he's just like, yeah, I've never heard of this fucking digital LiDAR thing.
Okay, it was CLA, so let's add CLA here. So CLA on this has the last day CLA traded as Wednesday, but it had it at 12, and then Oust. I would have traded Oust on Friday. 5 days, 1 day, 2 days. Doesn't do anything to that chart for some reason. If this is the first day that this is trading on this name, if that's accurate, then today would be the day that I would get in options, Doug. Yeah, I'll probably look at some tickers in a little bit. I just want to see how things play out here. I know Zemetica was running like a beast. It still is 242. I'll take that. But portfolio's up another $4,000. I'm down less than 10% now. Down 28% 2 weeks ago. This is that diamond hand thing, right? 2 seconds, guys. I'm gonna fill up the water. I'll be right back. Did I swap brokers? No, my options portfolio has always been on IBKR. So yeah, up 5.5%. Wow, wouldn't that be great if I go green today? Oh, it's not gonna happen, but oh, it would just be so tasty. It would just be so tasty. I mean, to make up 20% in 2 weeks is not bad. I'll take that. Total account value 99,000 US, and I have another 1,300 Canadian, which is about 1,000 US. So we're back to our target. We're on track. We're up over 100K again. Um, this is interesting. The bid ask on this is 135, but the price is 129. Is this halted? No, it's not halted. Weird. You ever seen this redemption?
Sorry, what? What?
So I've got a bid ask on SHG of 135, 135, right? So technically the price on that ticker then should be
It could
135,
be.
right?
Yeah. Um.
Oh, there's
God, I
zero
forgot what it's
volume.
called.
How is that possible?
I forgot what it was called, but it's when the bid ask crosses. It's typically a sign before a halt, but I can't remember offhand right now.
It must be halted. It must be. There's zero volume. Nothing. And there's size on the bid ask. 272 bid size, 423 ask. It must be halted. I guess I got to go over to IROC and figure that out. IROC halts.
I'm showing 135 by 2. But it also could be. Oh, you know what it is? You're not paying for Canadian data, so it's probably uh,
No.
15, 20 minutes delayed.
No. On TD? No. That's not it. There's no halt listed here for SHG. Hmm. Weird. What I like about Zemetica is the patents that they have. I like the kit; it makes sense to me. The fact that this is a company that's had zero revenue, and now we're heading into a season where it's finally pumping out revenue. I think there's a lot of great opportunity on it into the end of the month. The only question I really have for myself is: do I hold at the end of the month, or do I liquidate and move into some of the other plays that I've got? It's going to be tough to say. It's going to be tough to say because there are people that are talking about a long-term hold on this thing, depending on what the sales come in at on the initial essays of it coming, into price points of $20 and $30. Which I mean, right now, if it's a big if, because I don't know that I necessarily subscribe to that, but if it does go to that, it might be better for me to just hold it. But with 27,000 shares purchased at 237, if it was to go to 20, by the end of the year, that would be my whole year in a single play. I'd make 475 grand. So that'll be interesting to watch. What else we got going on over here today? We got yeah, it keeps it. It's really funny because you'll watch it, right? Here goes SNDL going for 150. Well, as long as you're green on it. Yeah, SNDL keeps going for 150 and it just can't hold it. It goes up and then sells off. Volume. Yeah, Zemenica's up over 100 million volume already. SNDL's got 350 million on it. How's GME doing? GME's smaller volume today, 2 million. Do you set stops? No. That's not to say you shouldn't. I just, I don't. Damn, look at Ebon go. When was I first looking at Ebon here? The search journal. February 13th. Okay, so let's open up Ebon and go back a month. Gotta go back further than that, 3 months. February, that's March. February 13th. Yeah, so if I had bought in here on the 16th, it would have opened at 745. I wouldn't have quite doubled, but I would have made decent gains on it, so. Wrong screen. Yeah, so right here, if I had got in 745 at the open when I started looking at this thing, 1190. Then I could have done it again in March. Fell all the way back down to 450. Yeah, I heard about this FOMO ETF. I really don't like it. It just gives CNBC more fuel to add to the fire of retail traders are idiots. And I'm just not a fan. Not a fan of that concept. I'm also not a fan of ETFs, so I suppose that's that. Hindsight. Yeah, but it also is a reminder for me to when I do that due diligence and I take that time to really consider it because Sino is another one that I've been humming and hawing about getting into, and I think that this is another opportunity. Good morning, Hair. It's WPRT Day. Are you ready? Are you excited? I hope you're excited. Anyway, so far today, that's looking like a pretty solid gain. I'll take another 4% on the portfolio. We'll see how the day finishes, but who knows what SNDL can do here? It really is it's pretty interesting. Where it's got resistance at 148, 154, 162. So we can break through 155. All right, guys. It's that time. It's that day. It's tickers to watch time. Let's go back in here and clean up all the things that don't need to be here. These guys do a little bit of everything. No, can stay. No, 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 no. Okay. If you guys have tickers you want me to take a look at, throw them in chat, and I'm more than happy to look at that. I think their earnings are going to be really good on WPRT. Really, it's just going to be about the guidance, right? HTIF. This is the pot stock you like, right? Saki? Now, apparently there's this guy on YouTube named Chris Kane or something. Chris Kane? Maybe I'm not spelling it right. Chris Sane. So apparently Chris Sane
What's
came
up,
out with a
YouTube?
video over the weekend. Wow, this really seems like Redemption. Do you see these? I bought 100 shares of this, and you should too.
Oh yeah, this guy's been popping up in my fucking feed too.
This is you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that, guys. Just to be clear, you like this is borderline enough. What stocks to buy next week? I get it. You put the disclaimer in firsthand, but when your thumbnail says "I bought this and so should you," that is textbook pump and dump.
Yeah, here's the problem though. Like everybody is this whole like edgy teenager saying shit like I had this the other day too, where he's just like, "Well, listen, I'm just a small fry here. We're just talking. We're just a bunch of chuckleheads talking in a Discord about stocks that we like and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that." And I'm like, okay, so that's your non-professional stance, but I'm still not fucking taking that risk. You guys can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. It's
Yeah,
absolutely idiotic.
I bought this. You should too. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Do your own damn due diligence, please.
I mean, like if I had to choose between him and someone like I don't know, Dream Team Green or whatever the fuck his name is, I choose Dream Team because at least when Dream Team posts this shit, he posts clickbaity shit like I made about how much I made. How much I made with my 35,000. Sorry, how I made my 35,000 in monthly dividends. He means his 35,000 account, not he didn't, not that what we think he's saying, which is he made 35,000 last month in dividends. It's a $35,000 account. So there's a little deceptive thing there, but It's what the YouTube algorithm is driving people to do, just essentially be borderline breaking the law.
Books and apparel. So he wrote a book. He's known as the Millennial Mentor. He's got anomaly on a shirt. Black excellence, black wealth. Dumb athlete. How my biggest fear became my biggest motivator. Finding real love in the love and hip hop era.
The shitty thing is that if you like, if anybody, even me, if I was to, I am in firm belief that even if it was someone like me to report him to the SEC or SEC or IROC or something like that, where the fuck this guy's located, it would get thrown out because, you know, racism or some shit. Even though he's outright breaking the fucking rule.
Um, guys, I'm going to save you buying these books, okay? You want to know how to become an author? Write a book. You want to know how to become a speaker? Go speak. Saved you $40. People say it's not that simple. It is that simple. I wrote a book in 8 hours, put it on Amazon, made a couple grand off of it. As far as being a public speaker, I decided I wanted to be a public speaker, so I did. And within a year, I had traveled to 4 countries on 2 continents, speaking at events all over the place in multiple languages. So it's not that hard. Please don't buy books on crap like that. Yeah, you do it, and everything is just like learning to walk. SNDL just broke 155. All right, here we go. Here we go. I am going to do that list, guys. I did take those tickers down, so yeah, there. Okay, I see you. I see you. Ooh, pay me. Pay me. So down 28% 2 weeks ago. Currently down 9. Yeah, SNDL had they're entering into a partnership, a 50-50 partnership for 100 million each with SAF Group, which is a investment firm out of Calgary. They're creating a new group called the Sunbeam Beacon Group that will be 50% owned by SNDL. That group will solely be looking to invest in marijuana and cannabis businesses. So not directly cannabis. It doesn't need to be ACB, Cron, CGC, all that. Why I really like this play is SNDL is essentially taking their money and saying, we're just going to bet on the whole pot sector and earn off of everybody else. Oh, man. AGO? Yeah, I can take a look at AGO. Any other ticker, guys? Throw them out. I'm happy to take a look. Yeah, guys, the idea of you needing a mentor, okay? It really comes down to how you define mentor. There's a lot of people out there that say you absolutely must. Yeah, I've got it there. HITIF. There's a lot of folks out there that'll say you absolutely have to have a mentor. Okay. There's a lot of CEOs out there that have mentors, and so you should have one too. Okay. The reality is this, guys. If you are using a mentor as somebody who's just going to feed you all the answers, you're doing it wrong. If what you need as far as a mentor goes, because I've had the same mentor now for shit, it's over a decade at least. But we barely ever speak. But when we do speak, it's because he's in need of just another set of eyes or ears or whatever that he can trust, and vice versa. So I reach out and say, okay, well, this is a bottleneck that I've reached. And he goes, oh yeah, I was there. I was there 10, 15 years ago. This is what it's going to feel like, and this is what you're going to go through, and just be ready for it. And yeah, keep doing what you're doing. And then vice versa from the other side, when he's wrestling with things or trying new things as far as, evolving things in social media or digital marketing. And he's like, yeah, I've hit this bottleneck. I don't know what I'm doing here. It's like, okay, well, I mean, this is where you're at. This is what it's going to look like. This is what it's going to feel like, and this is what it's going to be. And then you send them off to do it. You're not looking for somebody to hold your hand and walk you through life, because that's not really a great mentor. A great mentor is somebody that's going to be there when shit hits the fan, or to rein you in when you're running, to remind you that reality is a thing. That's probably the best thing that you can do for a mentor. I prefer
But
motivating
in
people because I that gets rid of the hand holding. It literally just kind of, what I like to do is just take the blinders off. You guys ever see the horses by the road? I grew up in Mennonite country. Maybe you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but so if you ever see horses on a road or a highway, they've got these like blinders over their eyes, so they don't see what's going on around them, and they don't get spooked by all the cars, right? Well, the reality is most people just walk around their life with little blinders on, looking at the thing that's directly in front of them instead of the big picture. And so for me, motivation has always been about, like, let's just take the blinders off and show you the big picture, right? And then once you can actually see the big picture, you can start to make some informed decisions, and do some stuff, and go get a mentor maybe, and move towards where you want to be in that big picture. But good morning, good morning, good morning. Racehorses, yeah, racehorses as well. All right, so let's get down to it, guys. Let's start breaking down this list. You guys are still on my portfolio. How's it doing? Yeah,
I was
man.
gonna say, Maleo, you don't want a mentor that basically goes like what I had, and I actually shit, I should have sent you this video I saw with the weekend millennial where it's like the guru cult, where basically it's always thrown back on you. You're the issue. It's your problem. You're not following the training, all that sort of bullshit. And if you actually want enhanced training, it's about $300 an hour or some shit like that. If they ever say anything like that, that thing is a fucking scam. Get your money back.
If I could sit down with Tony Robbins for an hour, what would I pay? Probably a decent chunk of change. I would
My
probably
uh
pay a decent chunk of change.
my Amazon mentor, I paid him $500. It doesn't matter what time, when, whatever. Well, it's a duo, so when or whatever. I asked him a question because I didn't understand. He would say something like, "Oh yeah, it's in the training, but this is how you do it. You just go through your user settings, and then you go through that, or you have to check with this type of legality. It's typically going to say something like this, but it's varied state by state, et cetera, et cetera." He would tell me to go back to the training, but he would also kind of answer. He would also actually directly answer the fucking question. That is a good mentor. That's the only exception I've ever had. But everybody else I've had, like DS Domination, what's their fucking name? I can't remember at this time, but DSD was like a notorious one where it's like, oh yeah, you're not looking at the training. You guys aren't like really respecting the training or any of that shit. And then they made it even worse by saying, oh yeah, other students will teach you. These students are the prize of the course and stuff like that. Um, some of them actually just got lucky. Didn't actually work any harder or any different than what you were doing. They just got fucking lucky, and they were early. Or they were early. That's all it was.
Pump
There's
Sloth, what could Tony Robbins help me improve? Okay, so who here has ever seen a Tony Robbins event in their city? Anybody? Just yes in chat if you've ever seen a Tony Robbins event at your city. Nobody? Wow, that's surprising. Okay, so guys, what happens with the Tony Robbins event is, usually they're stadium size events. And they are no. I'm not talking the video. I'm not talking about the videos. I'm not talking about the videos online. I'm talking about at his events. His events are sold out. The second those tickets open, they are sold out. Doesn't matter what he sets the price at, they're sold out. The VIP, the backstage, all the extra little gimmicks and doodads, everything is sold out as soon as it goes out. You walk anywhere near a stadium, that's happening near a Tony Robbins event, and all you see are long lines of cars as far as the eye can see, the people trying to get into those things. Here's a man that a lot of people go, oh, but it's such fluff, it's so empty, it's so whatever. Mm-mm. Sorry, that man understands how people work. How people work. Probably a lot of Teslas. Probably a lot of Teslas. But what Tony Robbins could teach me is that ability to price wherever I want and have people just pay it. That's a skill worth learning. I'd sit down and do that. Ooh, 3-month resub. Yeah. Let's go. Get them tendies. I am also going to start discussing, guys, a charity stream coming up. We got terrible news over the weekend that a close family friend of mine out in Oregon, her 16-year-old son has been diagnosed with leukemia. So for those of you that are the praying type, prayers are appreciated. For those of you that aren't, well, get to church, son. You need Jesus. But yeah, I will probably be doing a charity stream at some point. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet for that. I'm sure it will be thoroughly embarrassing for me. I will make sure that it's entertaining for you guys. But yeah, so definitely a thing, guys. But no, not his public speaking style, his business sense. He has the ability that some of the wealthiest, most affluent and influential people in the world listen to Tony Robbins when he speaks. I'll listen when he speaks. When the people that are giving him shit are the people at the bottom of the stack and the people at the top of the stack are saying he's worth listening to, I'll listen to the people at the top of the stack. Shave head for 100 subs? I might do that. I might do that. Especially since the guy's got leukemia, right? Like 16-year-old kid with leukemia. But yeah, guys, I'll flesh it out a little bit more. But I'm definitely gonna make a point. I want to raise a couple grand for him. Medical expenses down there are crazy. I don't know when exactly I'll do it. Probably like he just got diagnosed, so I don't know what their expenses are looking like down there. They do have, thank God, they've got medical insurance as a family, but there are some things. He had to be airlifted from Southern Oregon to Portland, so that'll be spent expensive. But yeah, I might mention it's stocky as well. But what tier sub? Just level 1 for now. Yeah, cancer blows, but when you're 16, cancer really blows. So yeah, regrow hair for 200 subs. Yeah, right. This is like months and months and months. All right. Anyway, just so you guys are aware, if you hear me talking about a charity stream upcoming, that'll be happening. Anything that comes in on that day will go directly to them. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Snow, I see what you're doing. And yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, I don't think he enjoyed it. Um, it wasn't a helicopter. It was one of those fancy jets. GoPro's doing really well. Yeah, their last earnings were great. Okay, guys. So Celos, Biopharma. You guys know the routine right now, right? See Biopharma. Go to website. Find the pipeline. Nothing in phase 3. I'm not interested. And this isn't me trying to put you guys down. I'm just trying. Ooh, W with that sub. I actually like the name. It reminds me of George Bush. You guys want to hear a George Bush joke? I'm going to tell it anyway, whether you want to hear it or not. So, George Bush is sitting in his office, and Condoleezza Rice comes running in as fast as she can. She's out of breath. She's really upset. She goes, Mr. President, I need you to stop what you're doing. I've got some really important news that I have to tell you right now. And so, Bush puts down the little toys he was playing with it on his desk, and he moves aside. He puts on his president's face, and he goes, go ahead, tell me. Condoleezza Rice goes, we got some really bad news from the battlefield over in Iraq. 3 Brazilian soldiers died today. They hit a landmine on the road. It's really unfortunate. What kind of response do you want to have? And as she tells him, W is sitting there, just like tears pouring out of his eyes. He's visibly upset. He's just like, He finally composes himself while he's just like crying and crying and crying. Compose himself, looks up from his desk and goes, "Exactly how many is a Brazilian?" There's my Bush joke. Come on, that was good. That was good. It's a joke I can tell my. Well, I can't tell my kids because they don't know who Bush is. But you can make it a Texan if you want, and just find another Texan. Doing well, Flux. Doing well. 4 months. All right, man. All right, doing quite well. Portfolio is bouncing back pretty nicely. But yeah, there's my George Bush joke. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So no phase 3 on Seal. I'm not interested. HITIF. This is Saki's pot sock of glory. My kids are too young for my dad joke, right? I could make it Ted Cruz. I think I could probably get away with it if I made it Ted Cruz, honestly. When he's reading the book, yeah. High Tide. 75 cannabis retail stores. Projected revenue 200 million next year. W has a very thick accent, it's true. Yeah, I mean I don't hate it, Saki. I don't hate it. They're up 120% year over year. This is not bad. And more provinces are opening up to let people open up more and more stores. So I don't hate it. It just it falls under that same problem that I've got, and that's it's a Canadian stock. They're not opening locations in the U.S., are they? Online head shop. I don't know that I want to put this into a search bar, but I'll do it. Smokecartel.com. Is this them? I might actually want to come back and look at this. Some of the stuff looks pretty cool. Tell you what I'd really like. What I'd really like is a Captain America bomb. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I digress. Yeah, it's not bad as long as that they are willing to look at the U.S. market. I don't hate it is the note I'm going to put in, but I'm in SNDL pretty heavy already. AGIO. That's on my price range. He did say it's a long-term hold though. 2 approved drugs. Late stage clinical. So these ones are in phase 3. So they've got 2 more phase 3 applications. I don't hate this. This looks pretty good. Sauna it up, man. Sauna it up. Enjoy it. Uh, so AGIO. It is a solid long-term hold bioplay in my opinion. That pipeline is looking pretty nice. I'll be right back, guys. 2 seconds. Yeah, that's another one of the things that I'd like to get for the house is hot tub. Hot tub shopping. Maybe that's what I'll do later today. Do a little hot tub shopping. Hmm. Fam Jam loves a hot tub. All right. Next ticker is TRCH. I think this is one that we've looked at before. Torchlight. Sounds familiar. Natural gas out of Texas. Yeah, so this is one that we definitely talked about before. Uh, this looks like a good buy the dip. This looks like a really nice buy the dip on TRCH. I would say it's a BTD, but I prefer AMTX. How about that? Forest Road acquisition. This is a SPAC, guys. I would do the same thing. This is a Disney-led SPAC, FRX. Beachbody and Mix Fitness. Interesting. I wonder if they get Beachbody and Mix Fitness, if they would consider reaching out to Disney and having that on Netflix or having that on Disney Plus. I wonder. It's not bad. Disney SPAC, Beachbody. I would still play it probably the same way though. BFLY. Butterfly Network. What is this? A pocket-sized ultrasound device. Kathy Woods is the play on this. I mean, I think there are other better Kathy Woods plays than that. Um, I think there are better Kathy Woods plays than that. MX. Okay, so this is into the semiconductor shortage, guys. I don't hate MX, but for me, my semiconductor play is going to be UMC. VST. Yep, I can definitely do that. VST Vistra Corp. Electric, the electric business in Texas. Playing into their next quarter, sure, sure. That snowstorm is only going to do well for electrical companies in Texas, right? Absolutely. This is a play on the Texas grid. UAMY and TA. Whammy. United States Antimony Corporation. Um, this is their website. This is gross. What is this? This looks like a grade 6 kid did this on their like school project. This is bad. No social, like this is a template from the 90s. I'm having flashbacks. Yeah, sorry. I know people are like, yeah, they can still run a great company if they have a bad website, maybe, but I don't know. I'm of that mind that if things look bad up front, there's a pretty good chance things go bad in the back. Pass. TA. The travel centers of America. This is strong. This is strong. Domestic travel is going to be big. Yeah, domestic travel is going to be big through the year. There's no reason not to love that. I already have my exposure to travel inside my options portfolio, so Sabre and CCL. My CCL calls are up 50% right now, so they're doing all right. Tell you, my SNDL 250 calls for 2023, they're feeling all right. They're feeling all right. They uplisted to the TSX. Interesting. You have to understand the in Canada though, mining companies are a dime a dozen. There's so many of them. There's so many mining companies in Canada that they are completely irrelevant. You can't really unless it's something tied to the EV sector. I can't get behind or Bitcoin. I just can't get behind it. I can't. I can't. It's not that I don't want to. I just can't. So for the past 5 days, guys, this portfolio has been taking back 5% a day. My equity portfolio. It looks like by the end of today, I should take back another five. If SNDL can break above 160, yeah, LAC is the one that I like the best. I think. Can I add Can CAN? This will be the last one. I think I'm gonna head out after this. So Canaan Inc. Well, that's big. If they were included in the S&P, that's a big deal. Now, was it the S&P's TSX listing or was it the S&P? Because yeah, you got to be clear. Standard and Poor have a TSX list, TSX outline as well. So I imagine it was probably they were included in the S&P. They're part of the S&P 500 in the states. No, they're not part of the S&P 500. No, yeah, the S&P TSX Composite Index are a part of, but they're not part of the S&P 500. Yeah, yeah. Remember, we were all holding our breath for when Tesla would make it into the S&P 500. Which still isn't bad. That still gives it room to grow inside the TSX. That's great, but AMC jumps 11.7% as it plans to open all of its California locations. Interesting. Recovery signals going off. Okay, can. Sorry, I got distracted. Can. Last one for the day. This is a China-based Bitcoin play. I don't hate it. Their revenue is kind of all over the place, but really sketchy. I'm gonna go with I like SINO better than this, mostly because of the price. Mostly because of the price. I think this is gonna be my play. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a turnaround story for this company. It took a little bounce off of it. It's at 156 right now. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute blast today. So I did want to give you guys that info on charity stream upcoming. Still haven't heard back from the sponsor, so new sponsor on the stream might be coming. Portfolio is recovering nicely. Hopefully that DD was helpful for you guys. Huge shout out to all you guys that are subbing and following and all that great jazz. Really appreciate that as well. I'm gonna send you over to hang out with the stock guy. I don't see Martini streaming, so let's head over to the stock guy. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Actually, I will not catch you guys. I might do a 24-hour charity stream. I might do that. I will not be here tomorrow. My buddy from the military is in town. That was supposed to be today, but it's actually been pushed to tomorrow so he could hang out with his kids. So I will not see you tomorrow. I will see you Wednesday. ARAM streams. I might do that. 24 hours of ARAM. I don't know that anybody would watch that, but I'll do 24 hours of ARAM. All right. Later. Stocky in 10. Make sure you drop the beaver. You know what it is. That's right. I will be here on a hump day. I was going to be here anyway with the FMOC, but yeah. Give Stocky a hell of a time, guys. Later.